Hey, what's up everyone? This is Zarina, your Upland neighbor, bringing you for today, June 19th, in all Upland cities. Please hit that like and subscribe. Do it now. Yes, there you go. If you didn't do it, shame on you. Let's take a look at a special shout out today to Howard's Beach. I have talked about Howard's Beach before, but they're doing new things. They actually have a site you can go to, ablein.me. There's been a lot of chat about it actually on Discord, and I've checked it out. It's pretty neat. So if you want to have an extra resource to go check out some things other than upxland.me and optimizer.com, Upland Optimizer, I believe it is. Is it Upland? Yeah, Upland Optimizer. Anyways, I can't remember. I use upxland.me so often, that's the one I remember. But ablein.me is very cool too, and Howard's Beach is a pretty nice node. Speaking of the node, and since we're doing the floor, I'll tell you Howard's Beach's node has a pretty good floor. It's like $17 and up. And then for the Upx side, it's around $24K and up. So it's pretty decent for Queens, because we'll see the Queens floor is pretty low. So Howard's Beach has, Howard's Beach, ablein.me has a few things you can do on there. You can find sends. You can also look up ornament costs. You can search, like, people are always like, how can I see what BEs are going for? I'd like the site for that. So do check it out, ablein.me, but also check out their Discord and Howard's Beach, and maybe get you some properties in Howard's Beach and Queens if you haven't already. So thank you to all the Howard's Beach people who are doing great things in the node, and the people who are setting up ablein.me, a free resource for you Upland players right now. So definitely shout out to them for good work. As to our floor, I want to give a shout out to one of my viewers who alerted me to the fact that London's floor is actually up in the 33K range. So it's been adjusted because the people who were setting the floor were actually in jail. But because of that person, I actually noticed something cool about upxland.me that I did not notice previously, which is that I can click on the person's name who's setting the floor while on upxland.me, and then it will tell me if that person is in jail. So it is an extra step that will take me more time to do the floor, but while I have, the ability to do so, I will go through that extra step and make sure the floor is accurate with no jailbirds, giving us a false impression of what the floor is. So in doing so, I noticed that Rio actually has a higher floor, and there's one person in particular who's got a bunch of properties listed at floor underneath this, but he's in jail or she's in jail. So it's a lot of them in the 4,000 range, but that person's in jail, guys. So skip up to the person who's setting the floor at the 5,000 mark, and you will get to a person who's not in jail. There's one more person who's also in jail who is setting the floor in Rio in around the 4,000K range for the Upx, and yeah, in jail. Alright, so the floor in Berlin actually came down. How it's interesting because collections were revealed, and then you see that floor come down like it will. And wedding actually ended up being a collection area, and I was telling people, I was saying I thought it might be because Upland's weird like that, and they like names, and I went for it. I bought a bunch of wedding when they were cheap. People were selling them for really cheaply, and wedding was the only place I could actually mint in during the opening, because it was so laggy for me. I was like, I'll just go for a wedding because no one was really going there, and it turned out to be a collection area, so it's pretty cool for me. I do have a set to spare if people are looking for collections they want to buy later on. I got a few extra weddings on my hands. And speaking of that, if you are a swapper, there is a new swap Discord that has opened up for people who do like to swap, do one-on-ones for the collections, or 50-50, and now with the new reduced collection timers, it might be fun to get yourself in on some swapping and make some extra Upx that way. Do it responsibly, don't take advantage and start being crazy with how you spend your Upx. But yeah, DM me or leave a message, you can comment if you'd like an invite to that swap channel on Discord. Alright everybody, it's getting pretty late for me, and I'm going to go ahead and get to bed, but I did want, one more thing. Sao Paulo is pretty much minted out, and Porto is also getting very close. I'm just going to jump right out after this little bit of properties. So I also saw an expansion coming. It's mentioned on Discord for Buenos Aires and for Sao Paulo. So I think that might be why Sao Paulo is sinking or going down. People are dropping the floor there. They're not in jail. I think it's because they heard about the expansion and they didn't like the idea of that. So they thought they're going to sell now before the floor goes even lower maybe. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that was the news. That's what's going on. Happy hunting, everybody. Don't forget about game night coming up this Saturday. I am looking for 5 contestants. If you are willing to play, please DM me in the game, BLEURAIN, or on Discord. Or if you just only use YouTube, leave me a comment. Good night, everybody. Happy hunting.